We're in construction. There's going to be a change. No matter how you look at it, there's going to be a change.
So the comment is from Martha. She says, "Thank you so much. Couldn't find that much information out there. This was really helpful. Are you able to explain further about change orders? I feel stuck in the last part where I have to explain the changes with numbers before the contract with my markup, etc. Thank you."
The best way to explain it would be, let's say your homeowner decides to leave for the whole duration of the project. So now there's zero change orders. Well, you can't predict if there's rot inside the wall, or maybe that's a structural wall, and there's going to be problems along the way. Change orders are not just the owner that changes it, but let's say like I say, there's a structural change in the wall. You need to tell the owner, this is what we were not expecting, and this is going to be an addition. Just like if you were to take your car in, you wanted to get new tires on your car, and you put the car on the hoist, and the mechanic takes the tires off and realizes your brakes are shot. Is he going to put the tires back on, even though he knows your brakes are shot? Or is he going to fix your brakes for free? No. The mechanic is going to call you and say, hey, while I took the tires off, I noticed your brakes are shot, and this is what it's going to cost to fix your brakes. Do you agree to do this? Obviously, you're going to say, yeah, because you don't want to be driving a car that's not safe. So now you can't go back to the mechanic and say, well, why is it $2,500 instead of $1,500? Well, we had to redo the brakes. You said we had to redo the brakes. So it's very simple to explain that along the way, you're going to come across stuff that wasn't expected, or the customer's going to add something that you didn't expect. And if you're doing that without a change order, chances are you're not going to get paid for that. So fill out a piece of paper, get the owner to sign off on it, predict what it's going to cost. At least you've got a paper trail showing why the price increases or why the schedule increases. You've made a plan, you stick to the plan. This is part of your branding, should be, we're going to charge for changes. We're going to charge for unexpectancies. Because again, I keep stressing this. Why would you work for free? I think change orders are a very important key to making money. The reason why is because if you've got a tight schedule, let's say you're starting September 30th and you're going to end on January 3rd, and all of a sudden the client decides to add a secondary bathroom or remove a wall. This takes more time. So the project, it may only add on a little bit of extra costs, but if you're at a cost plus, you're going to spend time in the office figuring out what the new changes are. You're going to spend time making new drawings. You're also going to spend time pricing it out, invoicing. You also have to tell each of your trades that this is the change. Well, all this takes time. So you're going to now get paid the exact amount of money, but you're going to add on another 8 hours, 16 hours, or 20 hours. Do you think this is fair? You have overhead to pay for. You've got your owner expenses to pay for. You've got your admin fees, and you got your profit. If you're not billing for change orders, it's eating from your profit. And it's a change. It's not what the client originally agreed to do. Now you're changing it. There's a process that needs to be done. And if you want some easy clarification for it, it's literally just writing up, okay, what is the price? What is the schedule change? What is the all the trades involved? How much time is your project manager or the owner of the company going to spend on this? How much admin is going to be added to it? And then get the owner to sign off on it. Here's the other thing. Here's the kicker. If you're doing a $500,000 job and there's $600,000 worth of extras and changes, and you go to bill that at the very end of the job, you're going to have people saying, why is the bill so much higher than what originally was quoted or estimated? If you're writing a change order, you're letting the owner know that this was an interruption and decided that you want something different. Please sign off on this. Here's the price. And at the end of the project, if let's say it was $500,000 you originally quoted, and now it's 600,000, you should have a certain amount of change orders that were signed by the owners that's going to add up to that additional $100,000. And if you do, and they've all been signed off, the owner can't complain because they knew the change was made because they requested the change. They signed off on the change. They signed off on what the price difference was going to be and the schedule difference was going to be. And now at the end of the project, you're 1 or 2 weeks or a month over and $100,000 over, and you've got documentation proving why. If this ever went to a court of law because they didn't want to pay you, the court of law sees that the owner has signed off on each of these change orders, agreeing to the difference in price, you will get paid your money. And it will not be coming from your profit, it'll be coming from the owner. The owner's going to pay you, and now your company is going to be profitable. And if changes are killing your profit, you got to bill for these changes. Let's say you don't know what the change is. Let's say you're cost plus. A lot of people say, what's cost plus? Well, those are the direct expenses plus a specific percent, or they're direct expenses plus indirect expenses, i.e., accounting, payroll, overhead, the cost of running a business, plus a percentage. If you start a project and it's going to be $500,000 and you're going to get the job done in 5 months, that means your company is grossing $100,000 per month. Out of that, you're getting a percent. Let's say you're getting 10% or 15%. Let's say 10%. This makes it really easy. Your company's getting $10,000 a month. That's covering your overhead, your expenses, your owner expenses. Now, let's say the owner makes a change. Now, the change might be, I want to move the exact same bathroom from there. I want to move it over there. And now the project gets delayed by 30 days. Well, what's happening in that 30 days? Do you have another job that you're taking on? Or is it now just that project, that $500,000 project is now being delayed an additional month? So now that $10,000 a month is actually getting split up into 6 months rather than 10 months. So you're literally losing an additional $10,000 in net profit on your project. So if you're not billing for your change orders, you're losing out on that profit. And again, why would you be in business if you're not profitable? We're in construction. There's going to be a change. No matter how you look at it, there's going to be a change. We're not professionals at change orders. We're still working through it. Something that I'd love to explain to everyone that's listening right now. I don't have it all together. I'm like every other contractor. I look calm and collective up top. I'm like a duck swimming in water. I look calm and collective up top, but underneath, I'm paddling like crazy. There's things that we're learning every day, and there's things that we've learned over time. And it doesn't matter where you are at your stage in your construction company, you got to be continually adapting and growing and figuring out, how do I maintain profitability? Because if you're not profitable in your construction company, it's time to not do it anymore. Because why would you work for free?